Hello and welcome everybody. Today we're talking about a club. We're just going to have a discussion about this club, which needs no introduction. The MacGregor M85. You ask people around the world, what's the best Persimmon driver ever produced, available at pro shops? This comes up frequently in that top three, right? Really high tier Persimmon right here. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Persimmon woods and their surviving rate, okay? Their survival rate. For starters, back in the day, you guys remember this even from the titanium era, you'd go to a pro shop and it was hit this, hit the 9, hit the 10.5, and they had separate drivers built, and they would just hand you a completely different driver. Today, I brought out my little tailor-made M2 here. It has this adjustable neck on it, right? This adjustable hosel right here, and you can just like back out this torque spit, you can adjust it, you can add loft, take away loft. So that wasn't around back in the day. To adjust loft, you had to like take some woodworking tools, you had to work this wood and this plastic, reapply the insert, and it was a lot of work. And at that point, are you selling a new club? You see? And then what about weighting issues? You're drilling holes in the back of clubs and putting lead in there. Custom fitting was different. A lot of times it just came down to here, try this one, and there weren't lofts printed on this. It was literally just, here's 10 of them, just pick which one works best for you. And so the ones that had kind of weighting issues or really, really low lofts on them, right? Like 5 degrees of loft, 6 degrees of loft, we're talking almost down to putter lofts, were the ones that survived because nobody bought them. And people that did hit them were like, I can't hit this, and they get put on the shelf. And then they survive, and then we have, I would say, a slightly higher percentage of those than we do of the really perfectly lofted, perfectly weighted clubs. And that's why you see so many golfers back in the 50s and 60s who were putting lead tape or drilling holes and like weighting and like modifying their clubs, getting them just right. And that's one of the reasons why these were so popular, is because they had some high quality wood. You could modify them, and the pros weren't afraid to. But now they're pretty rare. And so you don't see as many people drilling into these and modifying them to custom fit them. We should talk about some identifying features over on the review table. Okay, I'm going to go through this club first, and then I'm going to talk comparisons. So let's get through this first. You'll notice the 5-screw sole plate. Iomatic is absent from the sole plate and the toe stamp. So this is just rec number M85TW, which means it has a rubber grip from the factory, not a leather grip. And you can see the wood right here, that's a 1-wood. Iomatic insert. As we move around the skirt, this one does not have a weight, okay, available for custom fitting. You can see the MacGregor tourney symbol right here, the beautiful logo, and this wonderful Iomatic. Now notice there's lots of space up here. Notice the 1-3-1 screw pattern. Notice the groove pattern, 1-4-1. This has obviously been refinished probably multiple times. The whipping through here, which looks pretty fresh. Moving through, you can see I'm not sure if you can see the corrosion. There's bumps of corrosion on this steel shaft. And you can see the label right here. True Temper Tourney. And then we move up here. Oh, this is my own label. I just put in 1952 here. This is a Scott grip. That's how I would describe this grip. It's a half quarty. It feels fine. So that's what we're looking at here. Now, we need to discuss some things about identification, okay? So back when they first introduced Iomatic, so in 52, first Iomatic face inserts, some of them are labeled Iomatic on the toe portion of the sole on the wood. Can you see the Iomatic stamp right there? This one lacks that. This driver also lacks the rear weight. Again, something you would talk to a fitter about. So talk to your local pro shop back in the day. So they are a little bit different. And if you're looking at other 6-screw models, there are other things to discuss, but we'll save that for a future video. So this is a 52 MacGregor M85TW, interesting club. And of course, you know us, we need to get this out on the range and see if I can duff a few balls.
That's just the feeling you want.
I did not enjoy hitting this club. What? It's an international icon. You can't diss the M85. I can. It wasn't right for me. The face, I felt like the loft was too low, and I feel like I could have used some weight in the aft portion here, increase that MOI. Now, I believe it was Johnny Miller who said in an interview, when asked about old Persimmons, he said the old Persimmons the old MacGregor Persimmons from the 50s were the best because you could modify them. He said the wood was just right, and the wood could take modification. They wouldn't just fall apart or splinter. That speaks to the high quality wood that these are made out of. So what he's really saying is the same message that pros are telling us today. Get custom fit. It's not a new idea. It was 70 years ago, 100 years ago. Get custom fit. So this club could be wonderful for me if it were custom fit. Now, I'm not going to drill holes in this and try to adjust the loft on this. I'm just going to acknowledge that a custom fit M85 would be amazing. And maybe that's what makes these so amazing, is the wood is robust enough to take a custom fit and not fall apart. Really high quality persimmon. So let me know your thoughts. The M85, did you find one that fit you perfectly right out of the box? Do you see a survivor phenomenon where the ones with the low lofts that are hard to hit are the ones that survived to modern days, where all the perfectly lofted ones may have already been played out? So let me know your thoughts about all of that. It's just an interesting discussion. There's tons to discuss about this club and these old persimmons, and we'll talk about it more in future videos. But for now, I'm signing off. Looking forward to reading your comments. MacGregor M85, it's just wonderful to get out and hit these and enjoy. It was just a laugh. I had a lot of fun. If you want to support the channel, you can visit my Amazon shop in the links in the description below. Please subscribe, hit that bell icon if you want email notifications when I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching. I am The Vintage Golfer.